Right, lads, look, just listen. We're not scoring anywhere near enough set pieces at the moment. We have got to get abstract, mix things up a little bit. What do you mean, boss? Have you got any ideas? I don't care. Just use your heads, innit?
Para o Palmeiras, 0 para o time do Corinthians. E a bola...
I meant your brains, not your physical. Yes, come on, use the heads. That's what I'm talking about, Pablo. Yeah, I've looked at the scan. He's out for 6 months. It's gonna. Season's over. You know what? Let's just go for the short free kicks next time. Maybe that's the answer. Yo guys, it is your boy Earnin here, and you are watching FTW. This is of course the series where I bring to the best and more frequently the worst of what football has to offer during the last 7 days. What's been kicking off in the world this week? What has been drama in the UK on social media? As a female prison guard is being charged after engaging in activities with an inmate. She was found in a compromising position. That position being reverse cow. Kyle Walker is going to be intentionally getting himself arrested for bank fraud so that he can go to HMP Wandsworth. The husband, devastated, realising that she got that job 7 years ago. But on to the football though now, and just like that news story, England looked completely fucked down the wings. We were seconds away from being fucked. Nah, actually, no, I need to start doing the pauses on this. Against Slovakia, 1-0 down going into the 95th minute. We were 2-1 up by the 91st. Hold on a second.
Here's the overhead kick from Bellingham! Yes! Jude Bellingham has shown why he is England's favourite son!
Jude Bellingham managed to save England from disaster and Gareth Southgate from the job centre with a last-minute bicycle kick to break Slovakian hearts. Bellingham in this game in the first 90 minutes versus in the final minute, very different entities. Something must have awoken within him when he saw the clock go to 94.
I thought this shit wouldn't work, nigga. That was sleeping on a nigga.
Any boy violate the kill.
He said that belly goal PR had to make a comeback. It couldn't go outside. Remontada stuff. Though I'm not gonna lie, things are gonna get difficult for me when I try to recreate this bicycle kick in my back garden. There were limbs in the ITV studios celebrating the late equaliser. Though for Roy Keane, he'd had a generational hate watch ruined. He was left vexed seeing Jude backflip through the air. This was a watch mojo craziest moments in football, I'm not gonna lie. And it led to even more wild limbs down at the pub.
Special beyond special.
The reason for this joy though was because of how useless we'd been again in the first 90 minutes of this one. Now don't get it twisted, I understand this England squad. I also procrastinate for an hour and a half before I want to do my job. But there's no excuse here. Slovakia took the lead in the first half, and it was deserved at the time. Kyle Walker was caught massively out of position, keeping everybody on side. And like Kyle in a bar at 3 AM, he was well out of line. He was playing inverted goalkeeper or something here. I don't know what was going on. He can't stay with his man or his woman either, seemingly. Neil Mopay had decided that he was going to become an England fan for this one, but by halftime had realised just how painful it was for the average English supporter. And things could have got even worse after a miscommunication for a free kick on the halfway line almost saw Jordan Pickford getting caught out. That would have been the end of me. 2-0 down to Slovakia and I'm out of there.
Get that fire exit door.
I mean, Harry Kane wasn't providing too much pace when trying to get forward on the attack. The poor quality of the game even caught out this guy on the train who found himself accidentally watching an eFootball version of the game instead of the actual real life one. I want a surviving Southgate documentary on Netflix. I've seen the light. I've had enough. You got Martin Dubravka in goal. You could shoot from anywhere. You can't convince me that Southgate wasn't making calls to his CEO at half-time. Wait, am I doing a good job, Dad? You're doing sensationally, Gareth. He's just too safe in every situation. I know he wears snorkels into the shower, a gas mask when he goes to the sauna. I want Mark Goldbridge as the next England manager with immediate effect.
I've had people saying that I've been noncing kids.
Mark Gahey's centre-back performances have been basically the one positive of this entire tournament so far. After getting a yellow card for a teammate's mistake in this one, he didn't look too impressed at all.
Bombastic.
Now, Kieran Trippier was at fault in this situation, then went off injured. Luke Shaw was heading back onto the scene to try and replace him, but with Luke unsurprisingly still injured, who would Kieran Trippier's left-back replacement be? Bukayo Saka. People were calling him Bukayo Wan-Bissaka, by the way.
He wins that ball so much.
All of this because Ian Wright said it on pundit duties on ITV. I told you Gareth Southgate only has Freeview. He doesn't pay for Sky Sports. And Bukayo will not be impressed when he sees Ian Wright back at the Emirates after the tournament.
There's a little snake in the grass right there.
Hey, little boy.
Fuck that, he'll be taking matters into his own hands when he sees Ian Wright down on the touchline after the Arsenal legend returned him back to the number 87 days. Yeah, it's just a tough situation. We just never had a natural replacement for Kieran Gibbs. I've realised that this is the easy side of the draw because we're in it. And all of that left Slovakia just seconds away from their first ever knockout win. Hey, wait, hold on a second. What's that playing in the background? Sam Allardyce must have been proud, by the way, watching us score hoofball goals. Yeah, well, lads, I'm not gonna lie, they learnt it all from me and my one win. So with Jude scoring this bicycle kick off the back of a throw-in, he then made a signal towards the benches, which is currently being investigated by UEFA. He said it was a harmless gesture to his own bench rather than that of Slovakia's, but we'll see what the investigation says. Ivan Toney came on, and within a minute, we'd scored here. Someone check his Bet365 account. Gareth Southgate saw his ACCA, saw that it said over 1.5 goals, and said, hold on a second.
I'm in fucking disbelief.
Meanwhile, we then scored 1 minute into extra time, meaning we technically scored in the 95th and then 91st. Harry Kane has gone back in time here. He's dropped so deep into midfield, he's gone back through the space-time continuum. And with the score 2-1 and Jordan Pickford claimed the ball late on, he was doing some shithouse celebrating as well. Meanwhile, there were even more clashes at full time as Declan Rice and Slovakia's manager faced off. We can get some exclusive audio of what Declan said here.
Pussyo, you're a pussyo. Get away.
Overall opinions on the performance, poor. Very poor. It was better at times than some of the stuff I've seen recently, especially against like Slovenia and Denmark. There was at least some sort of urgency at points, but it was mostly because of the situation that we found ourselves in. We are still going to have to improve massively, even just to beat Switzerland, genuinely. Not off the pitch for the England Euros camp, and Anthony Gordon found himself injured after falling off his bike outside of training. England might not have hit the ground running in this tournament, but at least we've hit the ground cycling, I guess. Gareth Southgate will be left furious when he finds out that Anthony wasn't wearing his elbow pads. You know what? Realistically, I think Cole Palmer's been loosening the bolts on his bike so that he can get onto the bit. If you're Anthony, you're practicing during the next match of the game against Switzerland, realistically. You don't want to fall off again. He was handed a present to help him not get injured again. That was a set of stabilisers by the coaches. We love to see it. Now, speaking of sides playing shocking football, next up we've got Belgium v France. A real shocker of a game ended in a 1-0 win for France to see them progress to the quarterfinals, and they head into those quarterfinals with no open play goals. They have scored 1 penalty via Kylian Mbappe and have now had 2 own goals scored in their favour, as Jan Vertonghen put through his own net to see Belgium go out. Gareth Southgate, look, listen, I don't mean to bring it back to him again, but he must have been very excited watching a game as boring as this. Le own goal, by the way, is France's new #1 striker. I want to see OG in the running for the Ballon d'Or. This fixture is boring as shit without Eden Hazard and Paul Pogba. Though Paul Pogba was in attendance for this one and met up with the France squad inside the dressing room, Graham Souness will have been absolutely seething seeing this one. What, so N'Golo Kante can run like a madman again, and you're saying Paul Pogba and his PEDs were in the dressing room? Yeah, say less. But for France, surely they can't be happy watching this football. It's got to be similar to us, realistically. One more boring game from Didier Deschamps and the French are setting cars on fire. As I mentioned, Jan Vertonghen scored an own goal here. That was the difference maker. And after a clash with Kylian Mbappe earlier on in the game, Kylian rubbed it in Jan's face with his celebration. I mean, how is Jan Vertonghen even still a footballer? Like, genuinely speaking. For Belgium, though, and this is yet another disappointing result in an international tournament, and surely the end of their golden generation. A question that was posed to Kevin De Bruyne by a journalist, to which Kevin didn't have the greatest response to it. I mean, to be honest, the guy's a completely different footballer when it's time to actually please his nation. Himself and Lukaku were looking very different indeed. And speaking of Ron, by the way, his highlights for this tournament overall, an absolute shambles. This is the version of Lukaku that we actually got for Euro 2024. La caca! He needs to be careful if he receives a package from the rest of his teammates, because I have a sneaking suspicion it's not going to be what he thinks it is. Belgium overall poor. Without Thibaut Courtois, of course, who was left at home, has been obviously injured for most of the season, but he will have been doing a despise watch, viewing this one from his sofa. Meanwhile, Jeremy Doku was poor again, and he confirmed the ages of the right backs that he can actually have a good game against.
95, 96, I'd say 97, around that.
Now, Portugal versus Slovenia, absolute chaos in this one. This is one of the most ridiculous 0-0s I've seen in a while, as Portugal scraped through on penalties. It was a rough watch if you're a Cristiano Ronaldo fan. He missed a penalty that left him in tears ahead of extra time. As the Guinness Book of World Records account said on Twitter, he was actually just crying because he realised Luka Modric still had the oldest scorer record. Crying mid-battle is absolutely crazy, by the way.
I hate being seen as a bad guy.
Rafael will have been put off seeing Ronaldo sucking his thumb in the 97th minute.
What is going on here?
By the way, the penalty obviously saved by Jan Oblak in between the sticks for Slovenia. The BBC put the caption Mistiano Penaldo when they showed the replay after the game. That is a nailed-on shithousery award. Outrageous stuff. And it wasn't just the penalty spot that he was missing from too, because free kicks were his enemy in this one. How are you shooting from there? You cannot reason with a man like this. If he was a leader of anything back in like the BC times, they'd try and overthrow him. I know for sure. Ronaldo was feeling the weight on his shoulders, taking on every job in Portugal, having not been asked to do it whatsoever.
I have got to carry this entire fucking company on my shoulders.
He would take a free kick from any situation, any position, anywhere, only to have the sudden realization that it's not working because he's not playing against Al Shabib on a Saturday. Look, Cristiano Ronaldo is obviously one of the greats of football of all time, right? Top 3. But at this tournament, he's been a complete shadow of his former self. Get him in a Chris MD video at this point. That's really where we're at. Because he's been moving like Rolando for the last 3 weeks. If I'm Bruno Fernandes and Bernardo Silva are in their 30s. Speak up to the man. Show some balls. Slovenia fans were showing more balls, holding up Lionel Messi shirts in the crowd. See, now it makes sense. He was aiming for those, not the goal. Speaking of Slovenia, they were doing well to hold on in this one, and of course made it to 0-0 at the end of extra time. The fact they even ended up with this fixture in itself was a miracle, as it was confirmed they finished behind Denmark in their group due to disciplinary reasons, that being a yellow card that was given to their assistant manager. But in the end, it didn't matter because Portugal's goalkeeper Diogo Costa was the hero here. He made a crucial one-on-one save from Benjamin Šeško in extra time, then made 3 penalty saves in the shootout. 3 back-to-back in the shootout is crazy. Clearly been watching South Africa's goalkeeper from AFCON earlier this year. Bet to say Ronaldo will do anything for Diogo Costa at this point after saving his entire legacy in this game.
Why are you gay?
So for Slovenia, you gotta feel bad for them missing every penalty in the shootout, including captain Josip Ilicic, who spent time out of the beautiful game struggling with his mental health. It's really something that nobody wanted to see, so hopefully he comes back stronger after this setback. Now, Italy versus Switzerland ended in a shock result as the reigning champions and Euros holders were knocked out early. Get them out of this tournament, mate. They're going into this one, the starting 11s were announced, and Stefan Al-Sharawi was in the squad, and not with an absolutely mental trim. The game's gone. It was a poor performance, honestly, from Italy. Switzerland deserved to win this game, and those rules that Spalletti set up before the tournament started, including no video game, no phones at the table, no headphones. Well, the headphones one clearly made Zoom calls a little bit too difficult in terms of discussing tactics. Okay, safe. Did you get that? Maybe I would have done if I had my headphones in, to be honest. But to be honest, though, any team relying on Skamaka up front for goals in an international tournament, they ain't making it. VR Football were rude over on Twitter, posting a picture and edit of Jorginho having spaghetti thrown down him, which is absolutely a shithousery award, but one lacking accuracy. He didn't even play in this game. Why is he getting targeted?
I'm like, what did he say fuck me for?
But shout out Switzerland, man. Massive scalp to claim. Unreal goals scored by them, especially the Vargas one. But there's calls for Granit Xhaka after his unbeaten season, and of course victory in the DFB Pokal, and now a decent run in the Euros, that he could be acclaimed for the Ballon d'Or. If that's the case, we gotta cancel the whole thing for this year. Go again next time. The Germany versus Denmark was an electric match on and off the pitch, with the game having to be paused thanks to lightning strikes and thunderstorms above the stadium.
I am under the water. Please help me.
Fuck it, who was on VAR? Thor. It had Ilkay Gundogan, Kasper Schmeichel, and referee Michael Oliver looking up to the heavens. Is that a free kick flying past? Fucking hell. Listen, all I'm saying is if that lightning connects with Christian Eriksen's pacemaker, it's game over. He'll be charging up and down the wing at 97 miles per hour with his superhuman powers. I mentioned referee Michael Oliver. He was far too involved, I'll be honest with you.
I'm about to disrupt a football match.
But a break in play wasn't stopping the fans from enjoying the moment, as they were dancing underneath the streams of water coming from the rafters. Wait till these Danish fans discover Old Trafford. You'll get this every week, lads. On an overcast day, that stadium leaks. On the team of Manchester United, and it's been a pretty disastrous tournament for Rasmus Højlund. He was included in the worst team of the group stages, I think based off SofaScore ratings, and his highlights in this game weren't too much better. The Denmark could have actually had the lead if not for an extremely tight VAR call. The German FA had to get involved in the stadium, seeing Anderson ruin their script. Yeah, so what's the final decision then from VAR? Probably 3 pints of Australian umbrella, to be honest with you, mate. No, not the drink. I need you to actually pay attention to something very important has happened. Right, it's an offside, yeah? What size feet is he? Fucking hell. Joaquin, what size feet are you? Yeah, he's an 11. 11? Yeah, it's offside then, probably, to be honest with you. Spain also booked their place in the final 8 with a simple victory over tournament debutants and underdogs Georgia. The Eastern European side had already won our hearts when they beat Portugal in the final group game, and their fans were celebrating on the streets of the nation. And they even took the lead here too. Life whilst these lot were winning against Spain was, wow, truly sensational. They really needed a different referee to step in and blow up. Though I'm not gonna lie, your girlfriend's gonna be pretty upset when you say you love Georgia in the round of 16. The one billionaire for the nation had promised that he was gonna double the amount of money he's already promised them if they beat Spain. Well, unfortunately, that wouldn't be the case here, as Lamine Yamal and Nico Williams went crazy over a game of rock, paper, scissors. Lamine Yamal has now officially passed his exams. I don't know why this is getting an announcement like it's a Fabrizio Romano deal. Now there is time for the moment you've all been waiting for, because over in Romania, and unfortunately Romania are now out of Euro 2024 after a 3-0 defeat to a solid Netherlands side. It's a sad end to our adopted nation, but they've done themselves proud with their performances. Cody Gakpo was unreal in this one. Liverpool haven't been playing this kid in position for like 18 months, and see what he's doing now. Yanis Hadji, meanwhile, was cosplaying as a bottle of Jägermeister at Gatwick Airport. Shout out to the dinner ladies that inspired this one. Meanwhile, for the Netherlands, they are looking a lot stronger now after their group stage run. We'll see what they can do in the final 8. Over in Copa America, and the big news is that the USA are out in the group stages. This thing is named after your nation, and you're out already. Someone get the BR football edit out again. The first dagger for the US here came in the form of a defeat on the opening day to Panama. 2-1 to score, an early red card for Timothy Weah that was stupid. At least the USA were knocking on the door. The wrong door, clearly, given Panama then scored. The US needed a draw in the other game in their final group stage match, and they needed to draw to Uruguay. Their manager, Greg Berhalter, told them to score in the other game, and the US immediately conceded. I think most American fans now are hoping that Berhalter halters his own heartbeat. He needs firing immediately. But in fairness to the US, there was terrible refereeing in this one. The US were robbed at gunpoint, and usually it's them doing that. And Christian Pulisic was not impressed with the refereeing performance, going up to the official and telling him to celebrate with the Uruguay players. He then was refused a handshake, which is outrageous behavior, and did not take it well.
You don't know where I'm from, dog.
Now, Brazil beat Paraguay 4-1 pretty convincingly. Less convincing, though, was Vini Jr.'s 5-star skills. Lucas Paqueta did absolutely everything in this one. Fuck knows what he even bet on, honestly. Someone try and find the Aka. Then, however, they drew 1-1 with Colombia. A second draw of their group stages, which sees them finish second in the group overall. Brazil not winning a Copa America group feels like a hate crime. It does mean over 25 games unbeaten for Colombia, to be fair, though that's not consoling the nation's legends. Ronaldinho's not put his TV on once. Rivaldo's watching Holmes under the hammer. R9 likes tennis now.
I love more tennis now than football.
Whoa! Big words.
Meanwhile, Neymar was posting about being bored and sleeping over on Insta. For Canada versus Chile, and Copa America really is the only tournament where you can elbow an opponent in front of the referee and not get a red card for it. Meanwhile, Ecuador eliminated Mexico in the group stages too. CONCACAF actually stinks. Speaking of Ecuador, their player Jeremy Sarmiento was loving their supporters for a reason that I can already see. Now there is time for your goals of the week. We've got some stunning strikes once again. First of all, we head over to Iraq. We're in the final minutes of a game that is currently at 4-3. You need something really special for a special football match. And finally, a very unique goal now coming from the MLS, where a ball is ping-ponging around, and maybe you need something unconventional, something a little bit unorthodox to beat the goalkeeper, like a backheel chip. Hello all, and welcome to The Beautiful Game, the segment where we take a look at the poetic and brilliant side of the game that we love. We are back by popular demand for yet more glorious beauty. Yeah, safe play on, lads. And that concludes The Beautiful Game. Now closer to home, and Jack Grealish has got himself a new trim, and it seems like he's taken being dropped for the Euro squad pretty badly. Good to see Tiger King's got himself a new job, though.
Daddy, chill.
What the hell is even that?
It's Lord Farquaad with highlights, man. He should have charged the barber. He's gone from being Jack to being Jill. Over in Germany, and Hoffenheim Stadium has flooded after ridiculous rainstorms that have battered the Euros as well. Got to imagine their next game is gonna get called off for being a waterlogged pitch. Mario Balotelli's back causing a ruckus on social social media again, stumbling about in the street after a heavy night out. Mad that he's still getting Italy's starting 11 6 tequila shots down. There's also some news coming out of the Netherlands where Vitesse Arnhem have been struggling financially this season. It's led to their relegation from the top flight of Dutch football. But with just 25 minutes left before a deadline that would see them go out of business, a buyer was confirmed for the club, saving them effectively with half an hour to go. Their fans were delighted at the news outside the stadium. Meanwhile, elsewhere, and we've got some interesting techniques when it comes to watching some Euros football this week. Projecting it on the side of the van. What, you got a dodgy fire stick in the glove compartment? Over in the MLS, and there was late drama at Atlanta United, where with the game 1-1 going into the 97th minute, as the goalkeeper, you've got to stay alert to any potential threats around you.
Unbelievable, unbelievable. And there's Tiare putting it in the back of the net.
Or not, ultimately. Shout out Jamal Tiare with the quick thinking here. Now, though, get ready for the greatest penalty in a shootout, perhaps ever.
Bundo Matela! Thunders against the crossbar. Ooh. It's a goal. Oh, my word. It's given. That is a miracle for the heavens.
That is something from the football gods. It shut up with the Eagles fly.
All well and good, but Diogo Costa would have simply grown 11 foot into the air and plucked it out of the sky. In Belgium, and Tubiza's goalkeeper has had an absolute stinker miscontrolling this one. Meanwhile, in America, we've got a brand new sport, lasso shootouts. In Uzbekistan now, an even more terrible quality football. Just when you think some sensational defending has been done, it really lets you down at the final moment.
Mais c'est bien normal. Vous regardez les pornos, vous allez jouer au ballon comment?
Yeah, now you're done, lad. In the Victoria Local League over in Australia, shout out this goalkeeper for scoring a late goal at the death. And the technique for a Trivela. A Trivela goalkeeper goal. Have we even ever seen that in FTW before? Over in Malaysia, one referee's been absolutely wiped out. Meanwhile, in Brazil, we've got the unusual situation of a team taking the lead in a game without touching the ball once. Yep, that's right. Their opponents passed the ball round the back after taking kickoff, only to end up passing it into their own net. Meanwhile, the Euros and Copa America may well be taking a lot of the plaudits, a lot of the attention, but the OFC Oceania Cup is also providing content, mostly through the crowds who are loving it, chilling on top of buildings just so they can get viewings of games. And the scenes between Vanuatu and Fiji were glorious.
And that is the same man.
Now there is time for Still 0-0, and you guys know the score by now. This is a segment of the show where I bring to the best of Sunday League and amateur football. And what epitomizes Sunday League football more than anything else? Alcoholism. Yep, that's right. It seems like there's never a bad time to deliver a pint for a goalkeeper who's not quite as involved as he should be. A stellar performance, I'm not gonna lie. On to the weird stuff though now. Over in the US, and a sinkhole opened up underneath a pitch there. Yeah, I'm not really sure how this has ended up happening, but a very rare biological phenomenon has ended up claiming this poor little bitch. And finally, in more concerning news really than anything else, Nabil Bentaleb, former Tottenham midfielder, suffered from a cardiac arrest and will be undergoing surgery that may see the end of his footballing career. Obviously, a massive shame for him, only 29 years of age, but is at least making a full recovery, even if he does have to give up the beautiful game. Hopefully, we'll see him in either coaching or punditry over in France. That, though, is going to wrap up football this week, and I hope you have enjoyed it. If you have, then feel free to slap a like on the video, and of course, subscribe if you're new to the channel. You can also follow me on social media. It is at officialfng on Twitter and on Insta. But it's been a pleasure ranting at you guys today. Have a wonderful day, enjoy yourselves, and goodbye.